Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan on a Monday. We're a couple of minutes late because I had trouble with the tripod here. I was trying to fix it to my new phone and it wasn't behaving very well, so I'm a couple of minutes late. So I hope everyone can share a nice cup of tea with me on a Monday and think how grateful we are for the weather, for the things in our lives that make us happy, and to basically just set the intention for the whole week. Make sure it's not frustrated like it was a minute ago for me. I couldn't get the phone to even stay on here, so oh, I might need a new tripod. But anyway, I'm here now, and I hope you've had a good week since I've last seen you. But basically, say hi, and I will give you a nice Nan hug. I will send it to you with love. And I will make sure. Oh, hi, Vanda. You're the first person on here, darling. Oh, happy Monday to you, my darling. I hope you're having a good day so far. So, can you, yeah, oh, and Annie's here as well. Hi, Annie. Lovely to see you, darling. I hope you're busy on the allotment. Good afternoon, says Sue. Oh, hi, Sue. Big hug to you, my darling. Isn't that nice? And Wendy. Hello, darling. It's nice to see you on here as well. So today is all about, the Tea with Nan is all about the influence of other people. It's very important. Hi dearest, says Anne. That's so lovely. Isn't it nice to start the week in such a nice positive way, just to be sending love to each other? I think that's lovely. And we need to do that. We need to set that intention every Monday, perhaps before we start work, or just set that intention to be positive. Oh, hi Val, lovely to see you. Big hugs to you. So today is all about the influence of other people upon us, our energy, how we feel, what we attract into our life because of those influences. And we have to be very careful who we spend time with. Or if we do have to spend time with people that we're not sure that really is very good for us, or brings our energy down, or has in any way a negative effect, we need to change that within ourselves. Sometimes we can't change what's going on out here, but you can change what's going on the inside. You can change on your reaction towards whatever that is, and that dictates what you attract more of into your life. And yes, it is a beautiful day, Val. It's lovely here. It's really nice. The sun is shining. Aren't we lucky? I even love the rain though, by the way. So yeah, the influence of other people. It's been said that the average of 5 people that you spend time with, the people you most spend time with, hi Mand, can have a huge effect on you. It's really powerful what people, they don't even realize their vibe affects you. Their attitude, their body language, everything about them can affect you. Even if you don't think it is, it can. Your environment, you become your environment. There was a quote from Jim Rohn, I think his name is R-O-H-N. I wrote it down on my board. A quote from him, he said, "Show me your friends and I will show you your future." Wow, there you go. If we mix with, say, perhaps people who are negative or always complaining, or people who aren't really happy, we become sort of an element of those. We get affected by those people and what they're feeling and what they're giving out. So if you're with a negative person, don't you feel drained? Yes, you do. I've got lots of clients that say to me, I work in an office and it's not very good there because people are difficult to be with, or they're negative or always complaining, or they're just they don't get on with each other, they don't gel. So okay, that's really bad for you. It's bad for your body, it's bad for your mind, and it's also bad for what you're attracting into your life. I mean, it's not serving you, is what I mean. If it's not bringing you happiness, it's not giving you what you deserve. So it's very important not to be trapped in that, I can't do anything about this, they're always going to be that way. Because yes, you can change on the inside, and that is very important. You can protect yourself from those people. You can be selective where you place your energy. Many people I know, I've got a few people in mind where they've got friends that they think they have to be with because they've always known them all their life, or they owe them something in some way, or feel obligated. So they feel like that because of a loyalty thing, they have to subject themselves to people that perhaps are not quite fitting with their values or themselves in any way. And I did a really good, most people know me know I did a talk about Find Your Tribe. I'll reference that later. But Find Your Tribe is a way of measuring how a person makes you feel. And that is a very good way of being selective and protective towards your own energy and your own emotional energy as well. And most important, by what you attract more of. Because no matter how much what you do in yourself, we have to be careful. you know, on an emotional level or whatever, you have to be careful of what you're attracting by those thoughts, those influences around you, how they speak, how they are. We are all affected in many ways. And if you think about it, we are we get influenced. If I go to Scotland, I haven't put that on the board, but if I go to Scotland where my mum was born, I go there for a week. I come back and I've got a Scottish accent. I'm affected. I love it, but I've been affected by that environment, those people, and maybe some of their lovely morals as well. Who knows? I may have been inspired by them. So we're all being affected by each other every day. And if you're in a very negative situation, like when my dear mother was in a home, you know, for dementia, I'd go and see her, and as much as I wanted to go and see her and love her, but I found that after a short time there, that I was almost becoming emotionally and maybe mentally numb. My memory suffered until I got out of there. I thought, oh, now I can breathe again. It felt as if I'd been affected by everybody's feelings in that room. And if you're going to do that, as I say, we all have situations where we have to do that for lots of reasons. We have to protect ourselves from that as well. And then we've got an intention on how to keep ourselves well, so we can maintain whatever situation is. If we can't get out of that, we can carry on. For instance, going to see my mother in a hospital or a hospice, whatever. I could go and do that again and again if I'd have used the quote that I'm going to give you that I didn't have at the time. But I did notice, using myself as a gauge for this, that I was being affected by my environment. You know, you go to a busy place and don't you feel stressed? You know, perhaps in the middle of London on a busy time, I don't know, you feel stressed by Christmas time, maybe people around you all rushing around. We get affected by everybody. But if you've got a calm person, you've got someone that you respect as, I don't know, you sort of look up to them and think, well, they are really someone I'd like to be more of. I'd like to be as calm as that person over there. Or you're being influenced by someone you know, you immediately feel that calmness within yourself. You immediately feel that what you're looking at, to be honest, and you become more of what you're looking at, more what you surround yourself with. So he was right when Jim Rohn said, show me your friends and I will show you your future. If we have friends that in any way bring us down or restrict us in the mirror of who we are, because everybody's a mirror. Everyone's a mirror of who you are. If you like somebody and you like them for A, B, C reasons, it's because you have those elements inside you. Otherwise, you wouldn't like them. You like them because you are them. Maybe you haven't developed those things that you see that you like, but you still have them inside you. So whatever you think, oh, I'd like to be like that, oh, that's an amazing person, so are you. But maybe we need to develop that, and it might take time or some exercise to do that, so you become what you admire. But if you're in a situation, as I say, where they're negative or in any way bring you down, it's not going to serve you, and it's going to hurt your body on lots of levels, because if you're stressed, if you're worried, if you're feeling that negativity, it's going to place itself somewhere within that body energy that I'm always going on about. So yeah, it's very important that we are selective and we don't, as some people say, mix with the wrong crowd. You know, it's okay for an experience. It's okay for lots of reasons, but you need to be, as I say, gauging how you feel within that situation so you can protect yourself. So how many of us have been in situations with work or compromised in some way? Doesn't it drain you though? It's not good for you. So I've got here on my board all over the place here actually. Yes, you can be the people you attract into your life do teach you a lot about yourself, don't they? If you find yourself being triggered by something, you might have to deal with that feeling. Maybe it's forced you into a new situation. That can be a really good life lesson, couldn't it? So, and it could be that that person has driven you, or that situation has driven you into a place where you have to take action. Isn't that nice? So, well, it's good because when you come out of it, it's nice because you look back and that joy you feel when you've come through it and you've achieved something from it. That's worth everything. Because it's where you grow, it's where you evolve, it's where you find that happiness from being yourself, being authentic. So, what can you do to protect yourself in perhaps situations, like I say, where you're compromised or you have to be in a place, or family, friends that make you feel not very good or drained in any way? You can go to one of my Nan Talks. If you go to www.nancyfinch.co.uk, you'll find a little chakra man. And in the Nan Talks, not Tea with Nan as we're doing today, the Nan Talks, you can click on any one of these and they'll come up with talks that are relevant to fixing or helping that area to heal, so, or to stay well. So yeah, zip up your coat is in the purple section, this one here. So it's what you're thinking, it's what you're intending. If you want to protect yourself, you imagine you have this black coat, imaginary black coat, quite a big coat, and you zip it up, and inside you imagine there's a beautiful lining. So say we have a yellow lining in the middle, in the center of our coat. So the reason why it has to be yellow is because this, if you're compromised in your sense of who you are because of the people your environment and the people you're spending time with, in any way compromised, you need to be able to stay authentic within that situation. So you imagine you have this coat and you pull this coat up, and as you pull this coat up, you're imagining this beautiful yellow lining on the inside, and you're saying to yourself as you zip up, I stay authentic to myself. It's a good intention, and it does protect you from the vibe of another person. So if I stay authentic, it means I'm not compromised or influenced in any negative way from the people or the environment around me. So that's one way you can do it. Another thing that I would always do, and I do every day now. Oh, thank you. I don't know who sent me that heart. It's not showing on here. It's a new phone. It might be different. So tell me, put your name up here and I'll send you a hug, darling. So yes, find your tribe is one of my favorite things. I do it every day. I never spend time with people that are under 5. I just don't do it. If I do have to, for any main reason, I would put my coat on. So what that is you go to the Tea with Nans and you click on 28th of the 3rd, 22 on that date, and you'll find your tribe. And there's a lovely talk to say how we can do that. In short, a gauge of 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sort of okay. Anything over 5 is really good for you. 5 to 10 is brilliant. You're not being compromised, you're being authentic, you can be yourself within it, and you're being protected in lots of ways because you're attracting more of that lovely feeling and your energies will be great. So I've got this little saying, under 5, get out, survive. Over 5, you've met your tribe. And you need to meet your tribe, you need to be with your tribe. Your tribe is someone who gets you. And to hear more about that, as I say, click on that, and that's going to help give you more of an intention of being selective where you spend your energy, your time. And as I say, if you need to go and spend time with someone you don't want to be with, then you've got your coat, haven't you? So finding your tribe means that you are going to attract more of their success, more of their beautiful things in their life. If someone's just achieved something great here or here, and your friends are achievers or positive, or they have ambition, you're going to have those things. You're going to be affected by the medium of those 5. That means you become the average of those 5. Or more, actually. It's been said there's more. But I mean, just give that a go. Think about 5 people or more in your life that affect you. Make this personal. Think, how does that person make me feel? How does that family member, how does that friend make me feel? How does that partner make me feel? Whatever. The people in your life do affect you. So measure it. Protect yourself if you have to. Or certainly admire those people. Now, when I was in situations where I was surrounded by lots of negative people, in all areas of my life, I've been through this. And what I did is I inspired myself with people I really liked and loved on YouTube, and listened to videos and all sorts of things, podcasts. And one of my main inspiration was Wayne Dyer. I love Wayne Dyer, one of my favorite people in the world. He's not here now, but I used to listen to a lot of his stuff, and his very essence of who he is and how he put that over with love. Every message was with love. I really, really liked him. I really loved the way he put that over, and made me feel good. Now, nothing had changed on the outside, but I was identifying with that wonderful man. And because I admired him and inspired by lots of other people as well, I managed to keep my emotional balloon in a higher place. There was hope, there was aspirations, there was a feeling that if I could just absorb that lovely energy of that person I admired, then maybe I had a chance of moving up too into success or whatever I want. And it's been said many times, I'm like a female. One of my clients said, you're like a female Wayne Dyer, you are. I went, wow, what a lovely compliment. That's amazing. Because if I can inspire people with that same energy I was inspired with, then I've done a great job of it. That's all I care about, is inspiring you and making you more you, so that you can be more for the world and the whole world gets it. and collective consciousness, of course. So let's go back to that. Yeah, Wayne Dyer was one of my inspirations, but I'm suggesting that you, if you want to, look at people that you're inspired by. Think whoever you like, whatever it is, whether it's whoever, if it's someone famous or just a family member, who are you inspired by? And look to them and think, I like them because of A, B, C, D, or whatever, those qualities. And then realize you have them within yourself. Those beautiful qualities that you admire are yours already. They're your mirror. But don't surround yourself with someone who's got negative, because you become that and then you'll see that negativity in yourself. So when you move away from those influences, you are in a much more authentic, more powerful place of self. And then from that point, you can start to make decisions and influences that bring you into a higher place and more aspirations and more success, and more of that comes into your life by the collective consciousness aspect. So it's worth doing it for that. What's the other one? Oh yes, I was going to say, if you want to go to another tea with Nan, it's called Staying Authentic. That kind of gives you a bit more, I'm going to be me, regardless of what's going on around me. That's on the 9th of the 5th, 22. So you can always go to that one. So write this down if you need to, if you are with a person who makes you feel great. Anything over 5. I mean, I have tolerated 5 and under, but I won't do it for long. I immediately put that coat on. Put the coat on if you need to. Protect yourself from that vibe, from that energy, from that influence, because you'll find yourself doing what other people are doing, and what they're feeling becomes your feeling and becomes your way of thinking, and your values can be compromised, and we don't want to do that because your values are important. Hi Maureen, happy Monday, hugs to you, my darling. So keep it in mind. If you measure everyone around you, not them, you're not judging them, you're judging how they make you feel. How, if you're compromised in any way in your authentic self, I either need to celebrate with wow if they're not, or if I am being compromised, I zip up until you're no longer with that person. And then you'll feel so much better. You'll feel physically better. You'll feel emotionally better. Oh, hi Kev, nice to see you. And Naomi, nice to see you too. So staying authentic, write that down. Write that down. If you want to zip up and you need to protect yourself from somebody, or as I say, a situation or an environment that you're working in, or you find yourself have to be in, you know, if you're there and you feel this feeling, if you use your body as a gauge, you can tell it's in there. Your body will feel different. And when you leave that environment, you'll probably want to breathe out that negativity or that environment that you've just spent time with. So yes, thank you. So if you have to do that and you have to zip up that coat. I stay authentic to myself. You're not doing it in any bombastic way. You're doing it in a loving, valued way for yourself. It is very important that you stay authentic, because you have to remain yourself, not blend in, not be numbified by their feelings or their reactions to their life. We can love people and support them, and we can understand them, and we can use compassion, all those lovely feelings. But it's really important that we have those for ourselves too, and protect ourselves from people who bring our emotional balloon down just a little bit. And it's not necessarily personal. It's just maybe you're working in an environment, or you find yourself in a family situation that does that. Well, just make sure that you are inspired. You know, watch people that inspire you. Bring that influence. Be influenced by their success. And as you feel their success, and as you feel their positivity, and as you embrace that, you kind of breathe that into yourself, and you are definitely going to feel better because of it on all those levels. But I'd like to see you attract more things into your life on the same level. You go, well, that's really funny, because that person's now in my life, and the set of friends I have are all up there. They're all above 5. They're all making me feel good. They all get me. They all accept me. Then you know you're in a good place to grow and expand, because you're not being dragged down by the 5 that you spend time with. You know, have a think about who are you spending time with. Realize that your future depends upon what you attract, and what you attract is people around you. You have to be really selective or mindful about it. So I'll say it again. As he said, as Jim Rohn said, I nearly called him John. As Jim Rohn said, show me your friends and I will show you your future. So let's say that to ourselves. Let's look in the mirror and go, show me your friends. And think about who your friends are. Think about the environment. And realize that is going to influence your future, where you end up being in 10 years' time, where you end up attracting these people into your life. Oh, thank you, Mand. Yeah, you have to zip up your coat, Mandy. Yes, it's good fun. You can take it, you just imagine that coat's off when you're away from that environment or the people that you feel are under 5. So that's why this one links in so well with Find Your Tribe. But I know I've said a bit of this on Find Your Tribe about being selective, but I really wanted to show you that there is a lot of people. I mean, you take a mother, for instance, who is worried about her teenage son, who's mixing with the wrong crowd. They've got good reason to worry because that person is being influenced, and the values and the development of that person and where they end up, you know, depends on those friends. And sometimes people, you know, they get away from that situation and they get given a new opportunity and they blossom into new people. But think about the other road they would have gone down if they carried on with those friends as an influence. You see it everywhere. If you start thinking about it now, you probably find there's family situations or there's, you know, things you've watched on telly, and just think about that. Analyze it, realize what you're looking at, and think, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to zip up, protect myself, or I'm going to celebrate the people that are over 5 because they're a really good influence. And look what I'm going to bring into my life. Life will be easier if I'm in a good place. And that's what I want you to remember. So over 5, you've met your tribe, and they are more likely to give you a good future, being around them, to be influenced by their beings, who they are. Thank you, man, for saying it's a lovely, lovely talk. That's really sweet of you. But I just wanted to remind you, because I do it every day. And if I feel a bit uncomfortable, and your body will show you, it'll either be in your tummy and your shoulders, you'll just want to breathe when you get away from them, you'll know. You know, I used to have a job where I used to really didn't realize I was compromised. I just did the job, had to do it, whatever. Wasn't really aware. And when I left that job every day, when I finished work, I'd breathe. And I think, wow, why am I breathing like this, getting rid of this feeling? That is your indication. Maybe the way you breathe out. You know, think about your body's tension. That might indicate you need to measure. I had one job like that, as I say, and I measured it for a week. I was out. And I felt better, more energy. You'll feel more energy and less inflammation in your body. But going back to that chakra that you're really affecting by being yourself is the solar plexus. That is your sense of identity. Hi, Sue. Lovely to see you. That's your sense of identity. So if you can stimulate that to open, you're going to feel better physically. Your spine will be really great. Your muscles, a lot of physical things relating to this area. And emotional things, you'll just feel confident. You'll feel empowered. You'll feel yourself. If you can be yourself, you're less likely to be sort of worried about moving forward in life or opening that new door in a new avenue that you need to walk through. So there's lots of reasons why you should stay authentic. There's lots of reasons why you have got to be aware of your friends and who you're influenced by. And where's the time gone? I think I've said everything on this. Yes, I have. I stay authentic to myself is what you say when you zip up. In a yellow, you've got yellow lining. That's important because that helps. The very fact you've got a yellow lining can help with the visualization of that color, helps to open that chakra. And you'll naturally give out a vibe of confidence or capability or power in a good way, you know? Not dominance, personal power, value for yourself, authentic self. So I hope you like that, man, as you'll come on last. Hi, nice to see, and the little heart as well. Thank you. Be inspired by the people you like. So maybe you could just look at right now, think about all those, oh, Val says, love my over 5s. I love my over 5s too. Well done, you. You'll be so much healthier in all these areas, and you attract more over 5s, don't you? Great. So maybe we could just think, who do we want as over 5 people to be inspired by? Look at YouTube, read a book. I don't care. Be inspired. However you want to get that. Or look at people you've always loved, you know, famous people maybe. As I say, Wayne Dyer is one that came to mind. I've got lots of people I admire. I admire scientists as well. But people you admire, if you love them, if you admire them, you have got those elements within you. Celebrate that. Just develop that. Carry on with more of those things that make you feel inspired. because it can only lead to more and more success and happiness as you attract that into your life. So I can't wait to hear your success stories. You can email me on nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk, and you can go once again to the website. Hi, Yvonne. www.nancyfinch.co.uk. And there's free meditations on there. All the talks are really good. Oh, thank you, Annie. She says it's useful. It's a reminder, isn't it? Because we don't realise how people affect us. Not really. We get so busy in life, you know, with what we're doing in a day. And we probably just got so used to it for years and years. But now's the time to really think about what your future will be. You know, how's your future going to look? Well, we have to look at what we have around us before we move forward to that future. Yes, that's what friends are for, says Sue. Yes. And I'm your friend here. I'm your friend here today. I want to be here with you to give you, to inspire you to be mindful and to bring that mindfulness into success in the future. That's what I want. Hi, Kerry. You just joined us, darling. I hope you can listen to this again. The influence of other people, the influence of others. So if you missed this or you want to share it, actually, that would be great. Other people could do with it. Maybe someone you know needs to be inspired not to spend time with, I won't say the wrong people, but people with perhaps not the same values or a negative influence in any way. Because bless them, they've got their reasons, haven't they? But you don't have to spend time with them. And if you do, zip up. Oh, that's lovely. Well, I love talking to you. Oh, I've shared it, Nan, says Mand. Great. Because, as I say, even if a couple of people get this and they use it and they think this makes me feel good, I feel protected, I feel safe within this exercise, then that's brilliant. I know I invented all these for me. I meant it because I needed them. And once I know they work, I want to share them with you because that's lovely. So I hope you can practice and play with this all week. You know, find your tribe. And if you don't have a tribe, you've got a coat. We need to keep you authentic. So I'm sending you all lots of love. It's a namaste moment. And I'll say hi to you after I finish this. I will give you a little heart, which means I'm sending you lots of love. Okay? You take care, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Keep your emotional balloon high and be mindful who you spend time with. Make sure that influence is someone who makes you happy and who's positive around you. Take care, everyone. Lots of love. I will see you again next week at 12 o'clock for Tea with Nan. Thank you. Bye. Lots of love to all of you. Bye.